So you want to learn cheat 9. Well, there's a few steps you got to do before that. First would be to learn Vanish 9, and I would recommend this to anyone as a prerequisite for cheat 9. Here's why, and here's how you can do it. Relatively easy. What's up guys, my name is Andre Pell. I'm back with another tricking tutorial. If you haven't checked out my first tricking tutorial, that one is on touchdown rises, and you can check that in the link up above or whatever. That one I go pretty in depth, and this one I'm going to try and go relatively in depth on the Vanish 9 as well. Second tricking tutorial, if you're new to this channel, usually I do physical therapy and rehab videos, but I'm trying to create more tricker based content in that regard. So here's a tutorial for you guys that'll be very helpful, I hope. Vanish 9 is a very basic move. Before it didn't used to be so basic, but now that people kind of figured out the ins and outs, it's become kind of a staple out of everything, out of all vertical kicks, out of even inversions such as like corkscrew or full twist. And it's going to be like a very useful move for you guys to learn, especially if you want to step up in your tricking level gain or whatever, or kick levels. So the hard part about this move is actually the spin, not so much the kick. If you think about it, the kick is just your normal switch round kick. It's going to happen as it happens throughout all your moves. So if you want to improve your kick, you just work on that in your normal round kick first. This one, the hard part is the spin. And this is a reason why a lot of people have problems with cheat 9 in the first place. A Vanish 9 is a transition. So Vanish would be called the transition. 9 would be referred to like cheat 9 or like the higher level tornado, round kick, whatever. Terminology is not that important, but the point is that you're gonna land 1, 2. If you spin to the right, you're gonna land right leg first and then left leg. Vanish implies that the takeoff will be with the same order that you landed. So if I land right leg then left leg, then my takeoff is going to be right leg, left leg. That would be what's called a vanish. So if I do this from full twist, for example, I land right leg, left leg. That would be kind of like my normal eagle position. And then I take off right leg, left leg into say a tornado kick or something like that. That is full twist, vanish, tornado. Just an example. So the easiest one, or the easiest vanish for you guys to pick up, would be tornado, vanish, tornado. If you try to chain 2 tornadoes together, you're going to notice that you actually skip the second cheat setup. Coming out of your tornado, if you try to tornado, your round kick leg falls into place, so you don't actually have to redo the cheat setup. You can, but that would be a different transition. That would be what's called redirect. So tornado, vanish, tornado would be a strong prerequisite for this move. The next good prerequisite for this move would be, I'd say, backside 9. If you can backside 9, or even before that, just pop tornado, that's going to help you get used to the spin a lot more. The amount of spin is actually very similar to a Vanish 9, maybe even a little less. It's just the takeoff is with 2 legs, so I'd recommend getting that as well. Okay, so now that we've gone into whatever Vanish 9 is, let's kind of talk about how you can kind of achieve it. And it's quite very simple actually. A lot of people overcomplicate it, a lot of people struggle with it, but it's quite a simple move. So let's get into kind of the drills that you would do if you want to learn Vanish 9. So first off, I would get comfortable with tornado, vanish, tornado. That is obviously the prerequisite. It'll help you a lot. And if you can, just standing backside 9, right? We talked about that. Next up would be to tornado, vanish, tornado, but instead of kicking, spin around once more time. That would be a Vanish 9. I would recommend to take this slow. A lot of people end up kicking early, and that's why backside 9 is an important prerequisite, so you don't actually kick out early. Example clip right there. So how you can take this step by step is to actually do the spin on the ground. So instead of trying to spin and achieve it all in one go, we're going to break it down and add some little hops in there. So you would do tornado, Vanish 9, but with your foot on the ground the entire time. So tornado, vanish, hop, 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 round kick. And then we do this just to kind of get used to the spin, get used to the spot, make sure we know how much we actually need to spin. And then once you get more used to this, once you get more advanced with this, you can actually do tornado, vanish, hop, hop, round kick and slowly decrease the amount of hops you're actually using. That's when you know you have a good amount of control over the spin. And then if you can, just do it all midair, and voila, you got a Tornado Vanish 9. Another helpful thing I would recommend for doing the spin would be to learn a wrap 9. A wrap 9 takes the same shape as a Vanish 9. It's kind of what you would see in the little pull with the leg, when you kind of pull your leg in and then tighten up your body for the spin. That's essentially what a wrap 9 is, and you can train this in Tornado Vanish 9 as well. You would do Tornado Vanish 9 with the 1 hop, and then before you do the round kick, that's when you would add in the wrap 9, and this actually helps. This helped me a lot when I was learning Tornado Vanish 9. That's pretty much it. You just do that drill over and over. Some prime things I would take into account to kind of focus on when you're learning or trying out this move or doing this move would be to focus on keeping your chest up. We want to really stay at an upright balance, because if we start to tilt left or right, then what actually happens is it throws our spin off, and then we end up kicking out at the wrong time. We end up landing at the wrong time, and it causes a lot of problems. So if you can keep your chest up and keep your vertical spin actually vertical, you're not tilting, it'll make the move a lot easier, or more easily, or more easy. And the way we can kind of do this is if we spot. A lot of beginners kind of overlook this part, but this is very important in all vertical kicks, or just in anything really general tricking related, is if you find a point to look at when you start your move, when you rotate around, and when you end your move, when you kick, just always try to find and keep your eyes on that kind of spotting point as much as possible. And what this actually does is it takes our eyes away from the ground. So instead of looking at the ground like we would in a flip or something, we're ending up looking forward, and this actually keeps our chest up and it keeps us at a good posture so we can actually spin vertically and we don't tilt, go off axis, or lean or anything like that. Flips and stuff, it's a little different. You can look at the ground. I'll kind of get into that on different tutorials, but yeah, keep your spot, make sure you know what you're looking, and yeah, your spin will get better if you practice that. Another problem, if you're having trouble getting your chest up, I would recommend to learn Scoot Vanish 9. This is actually harder than Tornado Vanish 9, but this helped me a lot to learn Tornado Vanish 9. So like when I switched over, it was like that. It was very easy. Scoot Vanish 9 starts off from an inverted, slightly like on the ground position, and it forces you to get your chest up so you can rotate properly. So this inversion to uninversion kind of motion actually forces you to spot, and it forces you to learn how to spin better. It's like a good drill to learn. You can do the same thing with the hops for this to kind of progress and slowly get used to the spin. If you need something to variate your Tornado Vanish 9, Scoot Vanish 9 is a perfect option. So I would drill that endlessly as much as you can, and I would drill the Tornado Vanish 9 as much as you can. If you're having troubles with the kick, like you're kicking out way too early, I would go back to the backside 9. It's all about basics and fundamentals with these moves. And once you kind of build that base, the fundamentals, whatever, the tricks actually become a lot easily. Why do I keep doing that? The tricks actually become a lot more easy. I think that was pretty much it. Once you get this move down, you can start to variate into different things. You can do B twist Vanish 9, full twist Vanish 9. You can do backside 9 Vanish 9. Those are all fun. And then eventually, if you get the motion down for this, the kind of 1-2, gathering power into your Vanish 9, it'll actually make Cheat 9 much easily. It'll make Cheat 9 much more easy. So you could do Cheat 9 because the cheat setup is actually just like a Vanish. It pretty much acts in the same manner. But I'll do a more extensive tutorial on that later. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That was pretty much this video. If you have any video or tutorial requests, I'll be happy to do any of them. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, whatever, all that stuff. Again, this channel is primarily based on physical rehab, injuries, and stuff like that. And I'm making a lot of injury-based tutorials for tricking specifically. So if you have any injuries, or you just want to prevent yourself from getting injuries while you trick or do any other sports or things like that, be sure to check out all the other videos on this channel. I'm sure they'll help you. If you guys know any other drills and other things like that, that'll be helpful. Leave them down in the comment section below. I'm sure other people will benefit from them. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in another video next week. Later.